Hello, Mr. Locks. This is take 14 of the Modern Modest proposal, and I titled it Damnado ad Bestias. And so here it is. I have four devices I'm trying to use to make this presentation work, so bear with me. Thank you so much. All right. Let's face the facts. There are animals that have been physically and emotionally abused. Dogs are left abandoned and chained to trees and backyards. Cats are left to fend for themselves because their owners just don't care. There is a long list of animals that have historically been abused by humans. Some of these animals are considered pets. A pet is an animal that is owned and is kept for pleasure and companionship. While this may be true, pets in general have been neglected many times by their owners who, when they claim ownership of the pet, are pledging to take care of the animal. Every 60 seconds, an animal suffers abuse. Every year, more than 10 million animals die from abuse in the U.S. Celebrities such as Miley Cyrus, Betty White, and Leonardo DiCaprio are the advocates for animal cruelty rights and have donated millions to organizations. Many organizations such as the Animal Legal Defense Fund, Animal Justice Project, League Against Cruel Sports, and more have dedicated many years of service to deal with physical and traumatic experiences pets have had. It is time to find a better solution to bring justice to the humans that have acted ferociously toward innocent animals. An effective solution to this issue is to punish pet owners by releasing them to a group of animals, preferably the specific animal that the pet owner has abused, that will attack them. Revenge will reign in prosecutions of pet cruelty. Fundamentally, human cruelty is a result of pet cruelty. To begin with, the form of punishment has existed for thousands of years. This specific punishment technique dates back to the Roman Empire in the 2nd century BC. This punishment was known at the time as damnado ad bestias, which means condemnation to beasts. There are many reasons why people were ruled by this punishment. Treason, adultery, identifying as Christian, and for not submitting to rulers were some of the reasons why people's fate was this punishment. This shows that damnado ad bestias can be used for the purpose of pet cruelty because there were so many reasons that Romans chose to use this specific retribution. To add, there is a saying that works well in justifying this damnation. Karma is like a boomerang. Whatever you give out is what comes back to you. In essence, the government will be fulfilling what karma represents to the savage beasts that abuse pets. Boots, a well-known pet cruelty activist who is also a hippie, had said this. I mean, meow. I love my pets. I think the only way our animals can ever really get the justice that they deserve is if they are able to get a chance to fight their oppressors. Karma is God, bro. Power to the animals. You feel me? Governments around the U.S. complain that their correctional facilities are growing more with criminals. There's just not enough space. We must find a way to stop the rise in criminals coming to our facilities before it becomes a barkfest, says Governor Kitty Oliver of Delaware. The best solution to this issue is to make sure that all pet abusers that are currently in these facilities are punished by this damnation. Because of how dangerous it can be, and depending on how severe the crime was, some feral criminals won't make it out alive. This is acceptable because karma is doing its job, while still also emptying jail cells. If these bestial criminals make it out alive from their punishment, more than likely, they will suffer from PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. They will need help from psychologists and therapists to treat their symptoms. Many psychologist trainees or assistants need practice and experience with caring for clients and patients. This punishment will be an avenue for upcoming psychologists to develop their practice. If these psychologists do a poor job with helping aid the symptoms the brutish criminals are having, then that's once again karma doing its job. The final reason why this strategy is better than others is that it teaches not only the barbaric culprits that committed the deed a lesson, but it also teaches humans to respect pets. When this punishment is officially made a part of the law and revenge acts begin, the media will do its due diligence and inform the millions of citizens of the U.S. of the consequences of abusing and neglecting pets. This condemnation will provoke fear in civilians to be accountable on owners and to treat their pets like their own family because they theoretically are, and will decrease the occurrence of animal abuse. With such a fair solution to these issues of pet cruelty, many will have objections to the plan. However, there is no solution to animal abuse that has been presented to this nation better than this one. Critics would argue that sentencing pet abusers to prison is the best solution. Nevertheless, people have been arrested for decades because of animal abuse, but the issue of animal injustice still exists. There are other repercussions that will manifest fear into pet owners. When people have seen killer and crude pet owners ripped to shreds by animals, those who own pets will think twice about the way they treat their animals. Others say that registering vicious animal abusers on animal abuser registry lists will make sure that those who have been charged with animal abuse won't continue to do needless violence to pets. However, this retribution is not as effective in making certain that wild animals with pet cruelty charges will stop the abuse. Sending these beast-like felons to a pack of animals will make animal abuser registries pointless because there will barely be anyone on there. The reason being is because most will be dead. The only reason why one would doubt the effectiveness of this resolution is that giving this much power and control towards animals could one day start an uprising from the pets that we call our friends. Because of the efforts of this plan, Sparky, a 7-year-old boy, will be able to have a peace of mind when he goes to school every day. He will be confident that his dog, Noah, will be safe at home and will not be abused by any intruders. Sparky can take Noah to the nearby park where he can teach him new tricks and play fetch with him. Sparky and Noah can go walking at a forest reserve and meet other dogs. When Sparky can drive, Noah can ride with him with his head out the window as his tail wags and his tongue can embrace the breeze. All of these fun and pleasurable activities will be done safely because of this tactic. When this plan is officially enacted, there will be a new level of peace within the animal lovers community. Cheer and joy will be shared among pet owners who care for their animals and the animals that enjoy their owner's company. There will be more animal memes on social media that will celebrate the endless entertainment and laughs animals bring to our lives, rather than pictures and commercials of animals that have been mistreated or abandoned. Basically, you won't see this anymore. Dog parks and pet hotels and other spaces for animals will be safer because of the solution. With this solution, I will not benefit in any way because I don't own a pet and never will. This solution is for the good of society, and my efforts are not only to bring justice to poor. My efforts are only to bring justice to poor, innocent little beings. Thank you, Mr. Locks, for listening to this presentation. I hope this was enjoyable and hilarious. And thank you again. I hope that you are well, your family is well during these times. And thank you again. All right, goodbye.